All right, just taking a quick look at this new refreshed 2026 Pathfinder. So this is a mild refresh, but they didn't really need to change that much, right? I mean, it was a good-looking vehicle. It was very competitive. It's got a nice powertrain, right? 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 with a 9-speed automatic. It's all you really need, right? In this kind of mid-size crossover segment. It's more than you need. It's more than enough to get the job done, and it's going to be reliable. It's a solid offering, isn't it? And yeah, this thing, it's always been a pretty nice looking vehicle. But yeah, we do get on the front, there's kind of the biggest change here. We do get this new bumper design, which has these little like chrome slats that kind of follows, you see that? It kind of follows the LED running light down. And then kind of the lower area is actually really nice. Now, we have this new, it's like, it's not really a skid plate, but it's this new silver treatment here. And it's got this nice lip built into it. You can see it come off there and come off there. Whereas, before, this kind of like, look at that. That's all you got was this little piece right there. Now, some people will complain and say, what happened to the fog lights? Well, they got rid of those. Hey, they got rid of them. But we do get this new, I don't even know if this is functional. It doesn't really look like it is, but it kind of mimics the body shape, the way the creases on the corners in the rear. And, of course, this is just, it's a current trend too, right? Because most cars do have an air curtain there to help with aerodynamics. Maybe it's functional, maybe it's fake, but it does look good, and it does make it it makes this Pathfinder look a little bit more modern. Now on the rear, they do say this has been tweaked as well. Well, barely. And by the way, this is little like on the corners here. This is what I was talking about. Matching the front now. So, anyways, but yeah. So they say they tweaked the rear on this. Not really. Not really. You know what they did? Here's what they did. They changed the badge. Actually, all of the badges. So instead of that kind of bright chrome, it's now this a little bit muted, a little bit more of this like satin finish, which does look nice. And by the way, if you're wondering, like, I haven't seen this color before. Well, guess what? It's all new for 2026. It's called Baltic Teal, and it looks fantastic, doesn't it? It's like this calming, serene color, but, very outdoorsy, adventurous as well, right? It kind of reminds you of being by the sea or something, by the water there, right? I mean, it's a beautiful color. And also another thing that they tweaked is, well, something they really eliminated, is they got rid of the silver roof rails that were on the top trims. So basically all of the trims now get the black roof rails, which does just blends into the black roof better anyways, right? Let's be honest. And then the wheels too, these are some new wheels. There's actually some significant changes on the interior here, and it starts with right here. This is the biggest change. It says Pathfinder right across the dash. And the reason they've kind of done that is they have this new, all Nissans have this now, where it's not just the hazards, right? The hazards is part of it, but we get the volume knob right in the center, and then there's some other functions there as well. And the reason you have that is because of this new screen. It's 12.3 inches now, so there's no room for the volume knob up there. So, yeah, and this is standard, by the way, with wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. It's completely standard, no matter what. And here's a better look at that. I think they started this with the Frontier, right? So it is kind of cool, especially on something, Pathfinder. It's a good name, isn't it? And then the digital gauge cluster is actually standard on the SL now. So not just the Platinum, but the SL and Platinum. And then if you like to use a wireless charger in your car, you're going to love this update. This is actually a huge update. So now it kind of lays down in there at an angle. So it's kind of like gravity assisted, to keep the contact good. But then also it's held in magnetically as well, if you have a phone that supports that. So yeah, it's going to be much more secure than that, just laying it on that flat panel where, every time you take a corner or go over a bump, well, it would disconnect, right? And then the big news is to go with this, increased usability is they've actually upped the power from 5 to 15 watts. And to make sure, your phone doesn't overheat, it does have, cooling. There's little cooling slots in there as well. And the last few little details, changes that they've noted is there is a new quilting pattern on the Platinum model. And the Rock Creek does make a return. And there's going to be a new premium package available, which means you can basically get the panoramic roof, the wireless charger. I think they throw in a 12 volt in the rear as well. So kind of the stuff you always wanted to have on the Rock Creek, you can finally get it.